something.
Oh yeah, because the time stop now.
Yeah, they got a while.
Hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. How we doing this morning? Give me just a second. Finish setting things up. Be right back with you.
I thought maybe you're talking about your lawn ornament that you have over there.
Oh yeah, I've done that as well. Not really needed now. The Puma's got a front loader. So.
Morning, Grizz. How you doing? All right, we're ready to go.
Yeah, I picked up the front loader myself.
Heavy.
Morning, Dwayne. Morning, Fezzik. How many slots are we at? Just curious.
1,867.
Oh, we've got another 400 to go yet, then. That should be plenty, because I don't really need to buy much more. A couple things, but... Morning, Waylon.
Steiger.
How's it going? Good to see you.
Articulated tractor, cotton harvester. A few bits like that. I think that's about it.
Yeah. As for material, equipment.
Did Zaminar about removing these trees and putting a couple of those sheep pastures down. So I had another 500 sheep.
I likes my new planter.
Unrealistic.
Yes, this is a real piece of machinery. Well, I'm sure if you had a spare $500,000 in your pocket, you could go down to your local dealer and order one of these and get it in about 2 years.
Yeah, well. It's the wrong color.
Is it a direct drill as well?
Oh, you betcha. At least I think I set it up that way. Should be, because all I've done is mulch this. So that should be direct drilling then, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
I need to figure
You
out
missed
a
a
way.
bit.
Oh, a little tiny bit. I need to figure out a way to put fertilizer on it at the same time. I can't put tanks on my tractor, which means I'd have to pull fertilizer, and I don't know if I want to do that.
Life after college has been great, but paying off my student loans, not so good. I needed
Oh, we'll have pumps and hoses soon, so you'll probably want to use that.
I found it. A research study at SLIM.
I'm not sure on this map, but I did put some slurry down on this field. I had a dabble, so I
And paid off their student loans.
slurried a little bit.
I made an impact on medical research. Find a study and sign up today at healthresearch.com.
You should consider the risks of your research before you agree to participate.
Have a seat tender if you need one.
New Year! That's months away.
I just back it up to the bin.
It means you gotta leave the field every time. That's not hard option.
Alright. What to do?
It's a bit unwieldy to try to drive this thing. It's a bit big.
Yeah. I'm not ready.
was a little hard to tell
Bye.
what I was doing when I was putting my slurry down though, because the ground was covered in snow, hence the doesn't look like I know what I was doing pattern.
Blue Farm did buy the green,
Oh, it's gonna be a short one for me, Grizz. I worked
yeah.
yesterday,
Now I'm starting to make flour.
and then I'm sort of back to work tomorrow. I've got a thing to do, but back to work tomorrow, so short weekend.
Those bits that keep getting missed there, Schultz, I'm going to have that same issue on my fields. Is it because the bank owns them?
Yeah, well, it's technically, I don't know if anybody owns that, if you can own that at all, either us or the bank. But I just go across it the other way, that's fine.
I was just wondering if the bank wasn't owning it.
No, because then nobody will own it, or one of us will own it and the other one can't own it, so it's just best if the bank owns it.
Right, so which field are we working on here?
I thought we were gonna cultivate and plant cotton. So that was the plan. But if Schultz is going to come over, and do it. There's not really much for us to do.
Well, you can do the cultivating, but you ain't got a tractor big enough.
No, well, I've got tractors big enough for small cultivators.
Well, with enough manpower, I'm sure we could hammer that out before Schultz was done with his corn planting.
But if he's gonna come over and plant that, it kind of seems a bit waste of time cultivating.
Oh, you just want me to direct drill it?
No, I was just thinking more like I'll just lease the cultivator and a planter and do it. But otherwise, I've got wool to move, which I'm doing now, and that's about it. Maybe fill up some water.
Well, you can do whatever you want to do. I'll just come over and help if I get there.
So getting that funky hieroglyphics on your field, huh?
Just that spot this time, though. Not the whole field. Morning, Rabbit Rob. Good to see you. It's laundry day for Rabbit Rob, in case you guys didn't know.
You want to start the time again on the server?
Yes, we can do that. Someone's gonna have to log in though.
To the interface, I can do.
No, that's just admin on here. I haven't done that yet today.
Yeah, Fezzik, that's all there is to do, mate. We can just, if you want, 435 is the highest horsepower we got. I think it's shallow cultivator or disc harrow we'll need.
Which field?
16, mate. I'm just coming back with the fabric once that's done. There's not really much else to do. The sheep. Oh, it's logging. But they're horrible trees as well.
You finally gonna get rid of some of those trees up there?
Yeah, the ones north of the field, I think if I remove all those trees, put a track in at the top of the field, there's enough room for 2 of those extra large sheep pastures, which add 500 sheep. It'll be more wool than I need for the spinnery, but it'll mean that I can sell wool as well once the spinnery's full. And it's quite good that it just needs, they need water, like, but
I think my cow pasture, yep, I can see it now. My cow pasture needs mowing.
I've got a swather. Or I've got Vico.
Well.
Yeah, I can do that. Do you want me to do the windrows next to each other? So we can use the R90 rate. Do 2 rows at a time.
Don't matter, it's not that big, so however you want to do it. I do probably want hay because it's my lowest product in my TMR maker.
Oh, I
Should
still
run
got.
over there with my tractor and loader and get rid of those straw bales that are in the middle of this pasture.
I've still got the thing. Now this swather, this isn't there a header trailer for it? 'Cause I couldn't find it.
Swather's got a trailer for the whole thing, not just for the head.
Right, 'cause I couldn't find it. Under.
You're supposed to drag it sideways down the road. I don't know if that it is apparently a real thing, but I've never seen
Sure
it done.
is.
Yeah, I couldn't find it, but I did remember seeing it. I think. Since then, I couldn't find it. Oh, 2 seconds, I need to change my batteries.
What we need is a delivery mod for the dealer.
Well, PC makes that mod. Pay a small fee and have it delivered right to your farm. It's quite nice.
Alright, if you're alright doing that, cultivating on Fedric, I'll go over and cut this patch quick.
Yeah,
Give me a
I'm
chance to get ahead.
picking up a cultivator right now, so
Nice. I'm gonna bring the Vicons over because I can't find that trailer for the swatter. Come back to
I'm not sure you would get that big header inside my opening anyway. It's a little tight there in the land to that field. Because I can't delete that fence. One of the few I can't get rid of.
Alright.
Where do you even find that swather under what category?
Mowers. Self-propelled. But even if you go to the combinations, it doesn't show anything. But I saw it though, and I thought, ah.
Maybe Dwayne should bring his seed tender over here, because this thing takes about 2.5 days to fold and unfold.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Well, never mind. I have a solution to my own problem.
Protein, fat, and carbs. Because the more good you put in, the more great you get out. Cliff.
I don't need you.
Ultimate energy bar. Tap the banner or visit cliffbar.com to shop now.
I'm gonna go get rid of some straw bales out of your pasture anyway. Ones that went AWOL when I was unloading.
I forgot last year to save myself a truckload for seed making. Got too excited and ran it all through the ethanol plant. Probably gonna have to buy seed.
I got a full bin full of it. Nice and dry.
There, I think that was the proper way to do that.
So I added a new toy to my system here. Bought myself a joystick.
Oh, got a joystick for your actual setup, huh? Is it bringing you joy?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, loader work is much nicer now.
I haven't really used my side panel for that yet. All I use it for is to pan the camera around.
what I'm finding really useful with it, because it's got the yaw control on it. So I have that linked to my steering. So I can steer and run the motor at the same time. But it's really handy in field work. Put the cruise control on, and it's such much nicer steering. More precise than the steering unit.
Which joystick did you get?
Thrustmaster, Hostas. Hosta. So the buttons on top there, I've got one of them set for raise and lower, so let's just
Everything's
steer,
done on
hit a
your
button
joystick?
right on my, hit the button right on the, and lower the tool, and, oh, it's just getting kind of handy. Can't wait to harvest that. I was having fun using it with rolling because it was more seeding. You get your end roll, lift the planter without reaching over, just hit the button on the thumb. Now I'm building a template for it so I can mount it to my armrest on my chair.
It would be kind of nice. Problem is I can't put... Well, that's right, I changed how we put our chair away in here. I might be able to do that now. Should figure out how to mount the whole side panel to it. And have all sorts of buttons and a joystick.
Now the only thing I wish is that the camera would follow your movements a little bit more closely.
I need to get eye tracker.
I must put a headset on top of the headset.
We have a thing in the UK called a portal, I think it is. It's like an iPad. And when you do like video calling and stuff, it tracks you. Zooms in if you're walking around the room and stuff.
There's a couple different deals for PC that you can get. Some of them you mount to your headset and it tracks your head movements. Will move the camera, and there are some that will actually you set up and they will just track your eyes. I don't know exactly how that works, but some neat things. Morning, Farmer G. Welcome in. Thanks for dropping in. How are you doing this fine Sunday?
I had, on my PlayStation, I have the camera, and I had it set up so that Gran Turismo will track your head movement. That was kind of fun. Then it can, you can actually turn your head and look at the mirrors.
It's something like that I'd like to add to my setup someday, or at least it's one of those things I'd like to play around with first before I actually bought it to know if I like it and would want to use it all the time. Farm Sim supports that too. So not every game does, but Farm Sim does. Supports head tracking.
I was watching either TikTok or Facebook Shorts or something the other day. There was a guy, I don't know if it was ATS he was playing, but he literally had the whole dash of a semi. He had screens for the front, and he literally had, it looked like he had screens for the side windows. So you literally just turn your head to look at the screen, to look out the side.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was ATS. You stick about 4 monitors together. You've got 2 as your front, and then 1 for each side. Now have an actual truck dash. Then you can buy.
You had the big gear shifter, 6-foot gear shifter, proper steering wheel.
And you buy button boxes. You can actually put key in your button box, so you turn the key on, turn truck on, just like you would real truck.
Oh yeah. Something pretty sophisticated.
It's a lot of money. So I would like to get the Eaton shifter top for ATS because I have a shifter, but I don't use it. I'm not exactly sure how I would use it for ATS because not enough gears and I don't have a splitter, so I'm not sure how I would do that.
You can add that splitter to your shifter.
So
There's
looking
a
at
couple
buying one
YouTube
of those.
videos out there of these guys that do that. Take their shifter and then add a button on it for splitting.
oh yeah, but it wouldn't feel right.
Why wouldn't it feel right?
Need the actual Eaton top.
Well, yeah. Don't put that.
Hey Tracy,
That's what they
welcome
use.
in.
They just went to a
You're
truck
not too
dealer
late.
and
Haven't
bought
missed
the
too much.
Shifter
Welcome in.
top.
Hope you're enjoying your Sunday morning.
Take it apart and add a button on the inside of it so a splitter and high-low would work. Of course, that means adding an Adreno to it so that the computer will recognize it.
See, it's much easier to just buy one. It's already done doing.
Nobody needs athletes for it. So why do we shower at the gym and
What's the
order
fun in
foods
that?
full on barefoot? What are we doing? Prevent most athletes with the smart way.
It's
With
just-
the daily prevention.
It's just a
Go with
bit too much money to spend on a shifter. 100, most of them are like 120 to 150 bucks. It's just a bit more than I want to spend for an ATS specific shifter.
Simply spiked lemonade. It's getting juicy. Click or tap Lancyboi. Flavored beer, naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Simply Spiked Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Celebrate responsibly. Copyright 2022. Simply Orange Juice Company.
We're going family style.
See, it took Hydra all 5 minutes to do that little pasture.
There's a deal for every friend group at McDonald's. Buy one
Skill
person
that.
and get another for just $12. Price and participation may vary. Valid for item below this one.
And a 9-meter mower.
I typically don't check it over the weekends, Farmer G, because I don't expect them to do anything. Let me look real quick.
Let's leave this here so I can get the header out. You want it headed in there? Fade in.
Yes, sir.
I can do bigger bales if need be. But it needs them wrapping.
It don't matter because they're just going to go right in the thing.
Are they going straight there?
Yeah, I can just go right into the factory.
Alright, well, I'm bringing a rake over. It's not. I can do this in one go now.
Yeah, I'm still in console testing, but
Come back for the baler and the rake. I'll bring the trailer.
means it should pass. Usually,
About
at least in the past, if I fail, they don't bother with the console
I'd like to
testing.
see that
They just
alfalfa.
fail me on the PC testing because the only things they ever fail are, you know, icons and German.
No,
So
I
they
was
should
looking
kick that
through
back
the,
already. But
I was looking at
You do
buying
never know.
auger wagon for harvest. And you could put clover in there. How in the heck do you put clover in there?
carefully.
Forage wagon. Would be my answer. But my experience is not worth. Well, it depends. I suppose if you want to be realistic, I suppose it's a little bit realistic. You're only going to get one cut a year. I'm not too sure how often you cut alfalfa and clover. Maybe one or twice a year, but
Alfalfa we cut 3 or 4 times a year here.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
So he needs to do some work to that because it doesn't. And he should do it like corn. Like corn, you can, you know, you silage it when it's green. You should allow for that because we do it before it blooms, like
Yeah, I think he needs to adjust maybe the planting.
yeah.
Well, maybe not the planting window because you can still plant it. Then the following year you'll get the full cuts. Maybe it's just the harvest that needs adjusting because you've only got a 4-month window.
That's also
Even if you
correct,
cut it at the
Richard.
beginning of that, it's not going to be ready.
But
Again,
my stuff's all their assets,
I
so it
think
don't
it
matter.
4 months. I didn't test it fully. I just planted it and it took a long time to grow. And the yield, it's hard to say because I couldn't use these selectable bale mods. I had to use base game balers to bale it the same as when we were doing the soybean straw. It wasn't like modded balers.
Ah, yes. Farmer G's here. Maybe he can figure out how to get his balers to bale extra crops. Because he's in chat. Something for him to look into. Howdy, Buddha. Good Sunday morning to you, sir. You're enjoying it?
But yeah, no, I love I love that mod. Selectable bales. Brilliant. It'd be nice if it came to a particular baler. It would be good if it could be implemented on that one. It would save me putting an R90 rake on the front all the time.
Well, I've about got 1 of 2 fields knocked out. 30 minutes, it's pretty good for this massive field. Farmer G, that they would like it so we could do, so like Stone Valley's got extra crop types. It's got the soybean straw, clover, alfalfa, and the selectable bale mods won't bale those. So maybe see how he's got them coded so you could add it to that. So we gotta use normal balers on that stuff.
And what was that other baler? Is it Spanner?
Yeah, Hispano's got the ones with the rakes on the front.
That would be awesome if I had selectable bales.
Lounge Fly, good to see you.
If it comes in a
Thanks for
case
dropping in.
variation
Hope
as
you're
well.
enjoying your Sunday morning or afternoon, I guess, depending on where you're
Yeah,
at.
that was the one that was on sale in the store the other day.
Yeah. But I like the selectable bales.
Yeah.
Best to pick up. And when you go past the red farm on the north side, you'll see why I like selectable bales, because you've seen the stacks that I normally have
From moving to
off of those fields.
bar gives you some staying power. It's
It kind of
perfect
adds
after
one or two more bales
Good morning, Scooter.
to the list.
because the more goods you put in, the more great you get out. Clip, the ultimate energy bar. Tap the banner or
They should boot it. It's the same modder, so. Well, or they work together, so they definitely should.
Introducing Simply Spiked Lemonade, made with real fruit that left the farm.
More, I don't know how much horsepower this thing takes. More would want like a 9RT
Spiked.
with the RT tanks.
It's getting juicy. Click or tap not to buy. Flavored beer, naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Simply Spiked Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Celebrate responsibly. Copyright.
DB120. It's 120 feet. However big that is big. We can look in just a second after I get a couple little areas touched up here. Planter is on the mod hub from JHHG. It is a real piece of equipment as well, so.
Indeed you do. With an Indeed resume, employers can also search for you. Upload your resume to Indeed today.
$36.5 meters. Do I have enough seed to plant that little bit? I bet you I run out.
Yep, 5 feet from the end.
Yep, that's about exactly what's going to happen. I should go fill it, but I'm not going to. Half of one of the Bourgeois seeders was for sale, but I thought about buying it, but I thought, well, I've got this. I don't really need another seeder because I haven't planted any wheat or anything yet, so.
Red farm will only need one, I think, every 8 months for the cotton. Unless they end up buying that field at the ethanol plant, I don't know what really to do with it.
I figure you just keep growing your grass empire.
No, the empire's certainly getting colourful, I'll tell you that.
I usually don't go quite this big, but I don't have as much time as some of the other guys on the server, so I needed to keep up with them. So I don't take 3 days to do everything.
Let's go get the baler. Oh, Grizzly's on the ball with his heist today.
Must be trying to make up some ground. had enough seed, Dwayne.
Yep.
One field done, one to go. Then I go plant somebody's cotton. Yeah, how's the new server for the Mr. Sealy P guys?
I think it's done alright. Quite a productive first day. FT did a thing from me from a PC mod that shows you all the fields, how much lime you need, how much seed you need. So pin that to the chat. That should come in handy. A few people on the first day. And with it being a realistic style playthrough, there's sometimes you're like, oh yeah, we can do this. And I'm like, oh, we're not quite realistic.
Yeah, everybody else can brag about being the best driver in Farm Sim, but I'd like to think it's probably me.
Other mods and other ways of doing things.
I'd like to get on there at some point, every once in a while, at least like I do Western Wilds. Should get back on there. I'd like to see where things are at again. Bad thing about this planner is you just never want to fold it up. And then you have to unfold it. It takes forever. I was going to tell you could just use my baler, but looks like you've ran off already, probably for yours, huh?
Oh yeah, I never thought that. I went for the rake as well, so.
Yeah, I seen you were using a tedder I wouldn't use.
It might moment. But I don't mind that when you lift it and another mulcher I want to have a look at as well. I think James suggested it the other day. And, a Katrina, I think it's called. It's like 9 meters, 9.2 meters.
Yeah, and it's got no speed limit, I don't think.
I know it. It's quite quick. I don't really remember it, so.
Stick with my 2 Deeres. 2 mowers. I think there's going to be some flail mowers coming out eventually that be a little lighter, just as fast.
Do you think there'll be any more factories out for the pumps and hoses?
I don't know, and it's going to be interesting to see what we're allowed to do with that if we get any assets so we can make our mods compatible with it.
I don't know, it's not exactly cheap. With the factories that have been out so far, I was thinking, yeah, it's quite a lot of equipment. There's another lot.
All curious just to see what we get, because if we don't get, you know, if they don't give us any assets to make our stuff hook up, it's going to be a little frustrating, but we'll see what happens. Dwayne, fence is in the way.
I think that was there before you bought that piece of property.
Fence is in the way.
You're lucky I haven't planted more trees yet. I had to actually go on the bank account there and plant some trees.
I hate trees.
Well, I just wanted to split my bin site from that residential yard that's on the north side over there.
It tastes too
The bin side of no bins.
Well, it's got two there. It's got the corn add-on and that the one that you brought in, but sucks. You don't need an auger with it. You just have to drive to the bin and just dump, and it goes in the bin. Well, that's nice. But right now it's full of seed, and I need those ones that I asked for because they can hold seed in there.
I don't know why you're struggling so much. I found one that worked first time.
This beta's not working out.
Yeah, the one that you got there, Schultz, though, it's standalone right now. But if you have a uni system on your yard, it goes as a... It picks it up from the other bin, and then I can't add to it. Because then it says it's got wheat and corn and barley and everything else in it.
That seems like a you problem.
Apparently.
For some reason the beta's not working, so I might have to use yours.
Use mine.
I don't know why it's not working. There's any grass.
I don't know where it is though. Should be in that one building. I'm gonna build my bin site where this old barn is. The old barn is gonna have to...
I'll sell you my uni system once I have my other bins in.
No thanks, I think I'll pass.
Later I might have to reset it maybe.
I don't, Chris. I know we have it. Do you want that for yourself? I'm guessing. I can probably find his itch.io page if you want it for
Maybe you just have to
one of your other farms.
a Spano one and hope that it gets an update.
Yeah, the name of the file is definitely not Dwayne.
Nope. Definitely not.
Stupid trees too close to the field. Thought for sure I was going to get one.
We will on the next one.
Gosh, I'm good.
And you did it without GPS.
Oh, yeah, but now see if I had GPS, I'd have been perfect to run down this edge. So I gotta back up.
I already got it.
I don't think you would.
I did. No, that track right.
Is there two different ones, Chris? They're all the same. I'm not sure what we have on that server, to be honest with you. I requested very few of them. Mostly just requested my stuff. And just seemed like we was going to go John Deere from the beginning, because I wanted to use Skywalker's 8400. I dislike hedges more than I dislike trees. Just stuff to get caught up on. Telephone poles are bad enough.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to buy another piece of green equipment.
More green stuff for what?
Well, next month I'll have weeds. I need to spray them down.
Oh, you're gonna buy the big green sprayer.
Well, not the self-propelled one.
Oh,
I'll just use the seed spray.
how expensive is that thing? The self-propelled one, because if there was affordable self-propelled option, there may be a used green one in the market.
Well, let's see. It's 195,000 without anything on it. And for the attachers, $195 plus another 85 for the sprayer. Oh, so you're about 260 some K.
Well, I've got 260. get lucky and have one pop up for sale.
Mm-hmm. You gonna sell your See and Spray?
Well, I might. I guess if I sold that, I would probably have enough money to buy a self-propelled. I'll give that a think today.
Better let me know because I'll buy it. Seems that I gave you a heck of a deal on your corn header.
Well, you got to buy that used in the first place, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
So it's been twice used. This has only been once used, so...
Yep, I've seen you drive. Been in the fence at least 2 or 3 times.
Ah, not with that.
Maybe in a tree, in a building. Couple cows.
Oh, it's probably got some cows, but everything gets cows. They don't move out of the way. I will probably make that swap, because I think I still got a dab of ethanol
From
in
moving
that
to
too.
grooving, Cliff Bar gives you sustained energy. It's purposefully crafted with a blend of protein, fat, and carbs. Because the more good you put in, the more great you get out. Cliff, the ultimate
And I think
energy
next
bar.
year
Tap
I
the
need to
banner or
relime
visit
everything.
cliffbar.com to
It's
shop
nice,
now.
and I can just buy the other back for it, and then I can do everything I want to do with it.
Mike is remodeling an old family drive-in movie theater. He'll need a new front of house cast and behind the scenes crew.
I think the co-op's equipment
Indeed can
might be able to just go away.
Indeed you do.
I see you bought your own
Our hiring
pickup.
platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes
I did.
match your job description.
I
Visit
see there's also one for
Indeed.com/edit
sale. Did you buy
and get
two?
$75 towards your first sponsored job.
No.
Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, there's a pickup for sale.
You have to push past the fear to achieve a transcendent experience.
Kind of surprised Hydra hasn't bought one yet. Looks awfully nice with his bale trailer.
It doesn't. Not if you go around corners too fast.
These are the stories from the edge of the
At least
Howdy,
if I
Phil.
flip it with the tractor. No, I have to go.
Tuesdays at 10 on National Geographic and now streaming on Disney Plus.
You know who controls it going around corners too fast, don't you? Hope you're enjoying your Sunday morning, Phil. Thanks for
Yeah, I know.
stopping in.
To be honest, I came on late last night to finish up the little thing I wanted to show you when you go over to the red farm and make sure it's ready for today. And then I saw the Wayne's pick up and I thought, maybe I should buy one now.
Ah, is that your used pickup in the shop?
No, not mine. I haven't. I saw Dwayne's about 4 or 5 o'clock this morning when I logged on. It was far too late. I just came on to finish a couple of things.
Yeah, I'll buy that auto load feature on it yet. So I can use it to sell my eggs because there's no point in getting them kind of in the trailer. Or the few things that I have to sell. Now that I'm milling wheat, I guess.
Oh, did you finally buy the grain mill?
Yeah, the green mill is now on the blue farm.
Maybe they'll stop popping up contracts all the time
I doubt it. It'll just be Dwayne getting paid for it.
now. No, they changed that so you don't get doubled up now.
Yeah, on that it works quite well because you get a bail contract with the BGA. Once the contract's complete, it stops taking bails. And then any bails that go into it are yours. Because it's the smallest base game. You end up with loads of bails left, so take them to sell. But personally, I think just doing bail contracts is enough to keep the BGA top.
BGA full. 'Cause it's a small one.
Yeah, 30,000 litres. Takes three in-game days to process. We're still on day one though.
Well, I guess enjoy it while you can, Phil.
It's alright.
Not bad to be busy either, though.
Done some grass. Sold some bales. And the little field. Turned one of the grass fields to money beans. Returned some lease stuff. Bought some stuff. Still got some lease stuff. I think next month maybe we'll be able to start getting rid of most of that.
I'm surprised you haven't bought the BGA yet there, Hydro.
It comes with the BGA. That's what you start with on New Farmer. Just the BGA in one field and some leased equipment. To make it a little bit for a public server. We added the farm in as well. And then we added a couple of the tractors, the new Vultures that came out. Added it was the N and the T series on the Vultures. And then just a seeder and a plough.
Using the new Vultures there, huh?
Yeah, really nice.
Probably a nice setup for adding them.
And then we got a seeder, a plough, and a fertilizer spreader. I think that was it. We bought the Russell Mash last night in the store. That was on sale. I think it was 60 grand. That and a brand new header.
Haven't even looked at the Vultures.
Oh, they're really nice. Nice little window in the roof with its own windscreen wiper. It's got a panoramic door, so you can either have a door on the right side or you can have it as like a panoramic window. It's really nice. And I think most of them have got the option to either turn on or off the rear facing. But the Q series goes up to like 305 horsepower.
The Sting thing just takes an extra half second to lower down than I think it should. I'm surprised Chris Miller said something it was too slow. Surprised he can fill the BGA with his 25 horsepower tractors.
Well, using the selectable bale mod, it'd only take one bale, because you can't wrap the biggest ones. So I used 224. It'd only take one standard size bale on one of those to fill it. But what we've been doing is we do one bale contract, and then a few bales will be left over on that load, leave them there, sell the rest, and then we do another bale contract that takes what's left over from the BGA towards the next contract. There is only one thing I've found with that, and I wouldn't say happy with, but I'd rather it wasn't. But because it's such a nice map, I've actually put up with it, and that's when you mow the grass.
It makes a field, doesn't it?
Yes.
Ah, the bane of your existence.
So what I've done, I've also got a little single player game I've going. I've set it up with mowers that when I go around it, I overlap the field with certain amount. So now I'm trying to turn the extra bit when it creates a ring as like a nice little border around the fields. We're trying to keep them even. Trying to make a feature out of it. But then just turn the plough field off and leave it like that. It's a really nice map.
Yeah, I suppose one thing, the rest of the map is very well done. So
I wasn't sure if the BGA was an issue. With only having a low capacity, but honestly, I spoke to GB Modding and he said it's the base game. So it's just a small
I think you're just too used to the one on the Western Wild and Alien Jim's modification of that one, which really will chug through some stuff.
Well, I like the one we had on Calmstone, personally. I thought that one was alright. That chucked away quite nicely. I know we had Time Never Stops, like, so we used to chuck away when we were offline. Yeah, I thought that one was quite good, and I think that was a 500. There's space behind the BGA. Could possibly
Oh, I didn't do so well that time.
But there's issues with the silage clamps, so we've been doing bales to see what that's like. Unfortunately, we can't replace the silage clamp because of the 90 degree snap. Wouldn't be there.
Yeah, it's just that massive one, which is too big. The drive over from Dr. Drulia, that's too big for that area, ain't it?
Yeah. Plus it's probably a bit unrealistic. But I think people have been doing bales though, because we don't normally do bales because of the lag.
Right, and the limit.
Oh, there is no limit.
Yeah, no, doesn't seem to be a limit on the servers. It doesn't really,
No.
I don't know, it's never caused us an issue that I've noticed anyway.
32. I think we're over the 200 limit on this server.
Well, I think we go over the limit when I put up soybean bales. It makes quite a few. That one field, let alone with what you have at any given time at your farm. Plus, I think Dwayne had a stack. I'm sure we were well over.
Yeah, and not so long back we counted the pallets on using Doddle's paper mill, and we counted 168 pallets, and we could still keep going as well. These hay bales straight for the
yeah, they
feed
can just
thing.
go straight in there. Yep.
Draw bales there. Let's turn this off. Let's take that one. Yeah, it's going really well. Really enjoying it. Just play that for a little while and then try and split my time between Western Wilds as well. We don't want that to get forgot about. This is still quite a bit to do, I think, to finish the map.
Hey, it's CBW, everybody. How's it going? And as far as we can tell, Phil, we've never ran into the bale limit on a dedicated server. And they're crossplay servers. I know we've had in excess of 500 bales before.
I'll leave that beta
with nobody really noticing
red
any
farm there.
problems.
I'll try resetting
Have you, Fezzik played on Comston with us, didn't he?
briefly, I think towards the end, wasn't it? I know you helped do
Like the very end.
I was trying to think if we still had all the bales, if he had any issues with...
I did. I went on there and looked at all the bales that were piled up, and I didn't have any problem.
Should probably tell somebody. Well, probably the problem is if you tell them, we'd all of a sudden have a slot limit, or we'd have a bale limit on servers all of a sudden. Should tell them that there is no bale limit, and it doesn't seem to have any issues.
the. Yeah, but
I don't think bales are too bad. Wouldn't want more than like 1,000 probably, but I think you could handle 1,000 pretty easy.
I think even if he went 200 of each type, 200 hay, 200 grass, 200 straw.
Oh yeah, that would be a way to add bales, and I see what you're thinking there too. That would make sense.
I don't see why anybody would need more than 200 of each bales. That would last any animal pen really. Up for more than enough time.
Well, except new animal pen.
No, even still, I still think that's only going to take 840,000 litres of TMR a month.
Just keep making them, Phil, and see what happens.
I
like I said, we haven't had any
Western
issues.
Wilds, we're up to about 4 million TMR at the moment.
Ah, your dog's chasing you, Dwayne.
I told him to go home.
But yeah, we've never had an issue on dedicated server going past the bale limit. Don't seem to have one.
Yeah. That's Phil's thing.
And if Chris Miller's still there, he'll tell you that the PC server were probably way over the bale limit.
Yeah.
I think Schultz, before you roll this field, you should maybe add some line to it.
But yeah, Phil saying he plays on a crossplay. But yeah, I've kept going and we've never even had to message.
I'm going to give it another year. I'm going to do them all next year. So I'm just going to do them all. They're all in the same year rotation.
This spot here says it's bad.
It could be a spot where I plowed over, so it has none. And I'm guessing that looks like one of those spots.
Is anybody good at maths?
I'm
What's
only
9
looking
times? 9 times 32.
72.
It's kind of the
9
same way
32.
on PC, Richard. If I actually use auto driver course play, it tends to create a little lag.
92. No. 9 times 32?
Yeah.
10 times 32 is 320.
Oh.
Come on.
Okay, I reckon I've got nearly 320 bales here. I've got there's an extra bale on, 2 extra bales on that stack, 1 extra bale on that stack. So that's 3 bales. 1, 2, 3. I'm 4 bales short of 10 stacks. 32. And we've not got a message up saying we're at the bales. Or just with what I've got, we're over the bale. Yeah, so we've had no message. I'm not experiencing any lag in the UK. Probably being the furthest from the server. So.
Alright, well everybody can take a nap now while this thing floats up. I don't actually know, Buddha. If you run the factory, the food factory on the faster one just the faster one with meal, I think I'd probably keep up. But I don't know for sure. Richard says 288 bales there, Hydra.
Okay. So, so that's still over the 200. They'll probably be there as well next month when the other grass field's cut. So, because some of them aren't even started fermenting, some of them are only 50%.
But you can run multiple
So
recipes
I'll probably
together,
have the other field cut before they're ready
and
for
I
sale.
think they stack. So
That'll
it should
probably
work.
be at least. If I use the selectable bale mod, at least probably another 80 to 100 bales on top. Once I get the sheep pastures down, stack all the wool up and see how long it is before I let them.
I don't do pallets. Pallets are painful.
I use all of those. Are you on your way over?
Yep.
Yeah, might need to wait a bit.
We'll get it closer.
I need a touch. These.
From moving to grooving, Cliff Bar gives you sustained energy. It's purposefully crafted with a blend of protein, fat, and carbs.
I definitely hit something more around that corner.
The more great you get out. Click the ultimate energy bar. Tap the banner or visit cliffbar.com.
Should look to your right while you're driving. Drive out of cab. You hit the blue building. So tell you when it's on the other way. Probably about now. Oh yeah, there's a bit of a delay. I'm watching on the map then.
You see, you had to change wrapping color a few times here.
Yeah. That's what I meant by maybe too much time on my hands.
I think some of your Rubik's Cubes need solving.
Go ahead. Feel free to move them all around. I've got to load it.
That's a dangerous game to play. I could just drive right through that whole thing and make a mess. Oh, you could probably hazard a guess, Chris. I'm going to be surprised if our coach makes it as coach till Monday. I think we should be looking for a new one. What field am I supposed to plant? 16? Am I supposed to plant 16 or 17?
Fezzik still cultivating.
That's alright, I'll have to go get some... I'll have to go get some of your stash of seed that you probably don't know exists.
Do me?
Oh, that one time I think it was Gogglepop bought a boatload of seed. He was on your farm when he bought it.
Not here. I've got one part pallet. That's about it.
Yeah, I told you, there's a stash, but you just don't know about it.
And where might that be then?
If I can find... Oh, there it is. I can't remember if it's seed or fertilizer. I can't remember what we have. You have a stash of something.
In these bushes?
Oh,
Appears to be
there was a
fertilizer.
truckload of... Yeah, there was a truckload of fertilizer.
Oh, I wish I'd known that.
Yeah, that's from a while ago.
I thought it was seed. It's apparently fertilizer.
Oh, you may as well bring that up then, I'll take that. Put it back in there.
Oh, you want the whole truckload?
Let me
How
see,
much-
I'm gonna have to... I'll just leave it there because I'm not sure. I need to do the lineman before I do the fertilizer. That takes a while. Which one's the others?
Oh, ours is worse than that. But yeah,
Oh,
I'm sure
fertilizer, isn't it?
he's happy about that win.
Gotta get 16% fertilizer. You can always bring the truck, I'll leave the truck again.
Yeah, you just pay me back for seed I use, I suppose. I'll go grab my truck full of seed.
I've got a studio, 82 studio here.
Oh, that's right, you've got a buy frame. Let's see if I can weasel my way in there.
It's on the main road, so you'd probably be able to just drive around onto the main road and just back up. Well, to be fair, you could probably even drive straight through past the sheep and that. Drive that way.
I was having a heck of a time using that truck for as a seed tender.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to like some planters the best.
No. That's why I went and bought my own.
I've got the little starter tractor out in the front of the house now. The little lawn ornament. You saw that?
Ah, you've retired it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you haven't even used it.
Used it a bit. How many hours was on it?
28.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel, that's it?
I
Still
know, he
new.
barely even used his little tractor.
It's like a new tractor. My poor
I got
Ford.
4 and 3 hours on the newest tractor. Yeah.
It's got 59.4 hours on it already.
My little one's got 40 some hours on it. I still
Yeah, it's
use
just
it a fair bit.
Oh, yeah.
Might still use it, might stick that little water thing on it. So I don't have to keep driving over to fill that up. Especially as I'm going to have to move that now once I put the other pastures down. That bio silo's here.
Well, I know, but I can't fit the other direction. I have to come at it this way. I don't think you realize this thing is bigger than your whole yard.
Fezzik, how many hours is on that Magnum?
That would be 90 hours.
He'll get there. It's not as good as the Magnum we had on Constant. We need 400 hours. 400 hours, never been repaired. But
He's got 200 hours on a ZTOR 25.
Is that little green thing?
Yep.
Wow.
That's the only tractor he knows how to use.
Was he doing beats with it? Is that why there's so many hours?
Well, I'm sure he was probably logging with the stupid thing. Probably pulling a log trailer for most of it.
Yeah, this is a patch of land I was thinking about no sheep.
Yeah, I did done away with those trees a long time ago.
Need to put a little road in or a track in, I think. In the front.
So you spent half the stream just folding and unfolding that planter.
Yep. It's not done yet either.
I would laugh if you forgot to switch it from corn to cotton.
Oh, it says I can't plant cotton now. Must be too late. Oh, yup.
Oh yeah, I never even thought about that. We got seasons on. That's February, isn't it?
In March.
Oh well, I got plenty of time to do the lime and the fertilizer then.
Every morning, a new sunrise keeps us
Ah, I'll just fold this back up and I'll go do my contracts.
of the door frames that mark our kids' growth. In the front
You got a field to roll.
what neighborhood you
I got
I
two
might as well
little
make a
contracts.
start on
Don't
there.
take me too long.
that'll help you make it real. Because we're more than a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska.
13 and
the bank.
25. Where's
Pinnacle
13
Bank.
and 25?
The way banking should be. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
25 is right next to you.
I was gonna say 25's up this thing.
Yeah, that's gonna take me all of, 5 minutes to do. I shouldn't just don't let unfold it. Unfold.
Buy a Powerball with Power Play ticket and enter the voucher number to win a trip to New York City for New Year's Eve 2022 and a chance at
I don't know if that field is big enough to even unfold it in there.
Just a noisemaker. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
At Baxter, we put you in the driver's seat with a simplified buying
I
process.
don't know if I can get it through the telephone poles.
Hassle-free
I
delivery
doubt it.
and service pickup and return. Check
Oh,
out
I'll get it because I'm a professional.
during Jeep Adventure Days at Baxter Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Go to BaxterAuto.com.
Watch and learn,
for the
kid.
highest quality used and certified pre-owned trucks, SUVs, crossovers, and more. All Baxter pre-owned vehicles come with a
Oh, I'm
7-day
gonna
return
watch.
policy and 90-day, 3,000-mile warranty. Terms and conditions apply. Visit BaxterAuto.com for more details.
See, it's easy.
Would have been that easy if there was some traffic there at that time.
Oh, they would know to wait for me.
Well, if you cheat going over to field 13, you wouldn't have to unfold it either. Go across field 1, across your field.
I still found the fence.
Oh, there's some paint scraping on that fence.
Ah, that fence is just fine. Howdy, Joe. Good to see you sneak in. Thanks for dropping in, buddy.
What do pigs need? The pig feed. It's just soybean, meal, corn, oats.
I believe that's how I have it set up. Ah, well, I wish I'd have known that earlier, Joe. He snuck in here. I think he's probably disappeared. But if he's still here, happy
None of
birthday,
those products
CBW.
interfere with the TMR, would it?
Nope. Let me take a look here. You can do corn, oats, canola, potatoes, and sugar beet. Or you can do soybean meal, oats, and corn.
Yeah, I was just thinking of the couple of ideas. I was thinking more the easier recipe, the soybeans meal. That way you only need corn and soybeans and an oat fill, wouldn't it?
Well, like I said, Joe, he stopped in and he said hello earlier. Didn't say anything about it being his birthday, or I'd have made a bigger deal out of it when he was here. This field is just a bit too small for this thing.
You spend more time turning around than you do actually planting.
Pretty much, pretty much. Still got it done faster than your little toy planter would have got it done in.
What do you mean toy planter?
Oh, that little thing you think's a big planter, it's a little toy.
Well, compared to your behemoth, yeah, it would be, but it's still the biggest one that's in the lot. A 40-foot planter. Or more. Don't even know what it is.
Ah, CBW's birthday today.
It is. He was in chat earlier. I don't know if he's still there or not. Well, while this folds up, I'm gonna get myself a fresh cup of water. So I will be right back.
Dwayne, while he's gone, tab over and unfold it.
Yeah, that thing's full. You have to get it down, get a cup of water, get the sandwich, call his mom.
He's
Run to the
sitting in
store.
He's still in it, so it can't.
Yeah. I tabbed through everything. So that's what it was.
You must forget I have a wireless headset and I can hear you when I walk away. Can't have anything nice with you guys around. You're trying to mess it up.
We haven't painted your equipment yet.
Well, if I'd have got out of it, it'd probably have been stolen and thieved all the row units off of it.
Sits on blocks with no wheels on it?
I think it was the first DB120 John Deere ever made. Ended up got stolen and they found it in pieces.
Probably the best thing for John Deere.
Well, if as many row units as are on one, you know, that's you can build 2 or 3 planters out of one. Yep, somebody stole the prototype from them.
I'd like to know why traffic stops there at the bottom of that hill. I was hauling a load of seed to the sell point, and all of a sudden I crest over the hill there, and at the bottom of the hill there's a car parked.
Ah, look at all this rainbow colored equipment this guy's got.
Oh, very rainbowy.
I don't know. I drove through there. I seen blue. I seen green. I seen yellow. I seen red. I don't know how many colors are in the rainbow, but I think you got most of them there.
Well, I don't have purple yet.
Oh, well, you just combine your blue and your red. And
He's got more colours than I've got silage bales.
oh, you're gonna hurt his feelings.
I don't think it's...
Well,
anything
that
that's not got red on
1200
it.
riser should be the option for a blue on that should be there.
Yeah, it's kind of curious that they haven't done a blue version.
I mean, after all you do is just change a sticker and put New Holland on it, because that's what happens. I know, I used to make them. And the manufacturing plant for that planter is actually only a mere 10 miles straight south of me. Which is just the weirdest thing, because the corn market is in the States and we build the planters here in Canada.
They assemble the combines about an hour for me.
Cliff, the ultimate energy bar. Tap the banner or visit cliffbar.com to shop now.
We found it. He's in Adelaide. Between his color-coordinated sticky
Red ones or the green ones?
Red ones.
And you can find him right now on upwork.com. The world is your workforce. Finding the perfect project manager, designer, developer, or whoever you may need tends to fall right into place. Find top-rated talent you can start today on upwork.com.
To be an elite adventure athlete, you have to push past the fear to achieve a transcendent experience.
From National Geographic and Academy Award-winning filmmakers Chai Gazzarelli and Jimmy Chin comes a new 10-part series,
These are the stories from the edge of the unknown.
Edge of the Unknown, with Jimmy Chin. New episodes Tuesdays at 10 on National Geographic, and now streaming on Disney+.
Wrong one.
Oh, that does take a minute to undo, doesn't it?
Oh, you have to pump hydraulic oil 3/4 of a mile.
I know, think about that vacuum it takes to get seed all the way out here, and then all the way over to here. That's a
Couple of fans on there, isn't there?
That's a long way. One big one by the looks of it. Oh, there's another one. Two? maybe a third one in between there. They might have 3.
How hard would it be to do a mod? I think it would be easier. You know, when you was to say repair something, let's say for instance a tractor, you go up to your repair point, and you hit repair, and it instantly repairs. Now, how hard would it be to make that repair take, say, 24 hours?
Would be fairly difficult, and it would require scripts, because what I have always wanted to do, because I like that idea myself, I thought it would be neat if you could repair things a couple different ways. So one, you could have like a toolbox in the back of a pickup, or whatever.
Yeah.
You take that to the field, and that's the cheapest. So make that the cheapest way to repair something, but it's also going to take, or maybe make it the most expensive and take the longest. Or you could take it to your shop. It takes a little longer, but it's a little cheaper. Or you could take it to town, where it's the most expensive, but it's the fastest. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like that idea. I would like to see them implement something like that, because it would
if you take it to the shop, to the dealer.
You want to take it to the shop.
But then also, by putting a vehicle in for repair, it takes it out back. You can't then use it, because it would kind of simulate then if you have to wait for parts to be delivered.
Yeah, I'd say a whole week it has to sit in the dealership.
Yeah.
Well, if it sits at the dealership for a week, you want to repair it yourself, it's probably going to sit there for a month. Because if they can't get parts, it takes them a week to get parts, it's going to take you even longer.
Because on that, it's got that, where the repair trigger is on the main farm. It's got like 3 bays. One of them is the repair trigger. And when I played 19, I used to kind of simulate. I used to do repairs on tractors. I used to leave it there for 24 hours. And not use it, even though it's repaired perfectly fine to use. So
He's
simulate.
got an interesting concept there that, mobile toolbox can only repair to a certain percentage, whereas the dealer can do 100%.
Because you can only do obviously so much in the field.
Yep.
Or maybe even the repairs might not last as long as we're doing them in the field because they're more duct tape and baling twine.
Taking it to the dealer, that should be the most complete, maybe long-lasting repair, whereas in the field is quick but doesn't last very long, or doing it yourself in a shop is somewhere in between. Be an interesting spin on that. I would like to see something like that implemented, because then it, just adds another layer of where do you want to take your equipment to.
Yeah, I don't know if it goes. Have you ever played like Gold Rush?
Yeah, where there's a couple different ways you can.
You have to buy like hoses and
and the parts you buy last longer than others. I think.
But you have to like physically change them yourself.
And I didn't like that system of repairing things. It's kind of fun the first couple times you have to repair something, but think about doing that on a dedicated server where you've got 400 hours on a tractor. How much time you're going to end up repairing that dang thing. I do and I don't like that system. If it was a toggleable option, something you could turn on and off, I'd be all for it then. Because not everybody's going to want to do that. I can tell you that much. But there's a lot of people that would like it because it's, random repair.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't mean like all the unscrewing of bolts and stuff like that. Car mechanic simulator sort of thing. I mean more having to order the specific parts, like oil filters, hoses, and literally just you can go up to like the damaged one and just press the button and it puts the
uses some of
straight
that
on it.
stuff. Yeah, no, that's not a bad idea either. I think people would like to see something like that overall. That system, the repair system, could definitely be a little bit more involved. Part of being a farmer for most farmers is being a mechanic. So
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how many parts you want to add to your tractor. Like every modded tractor has to have X number of parts. You know, oil changes, fuel filters, you know, air cleaner, air filters. Where do you you have to say, you know, flat tire or, you know, hydraulic leak. You'd have to be specific
if I was
in a...
So Scooter's listening, because I'm a real outside-the-box thinker. If I was modding a tractor, and I wanted to add duals, I would have an attacher node on the tractor. So you have your duals maybe to lay on a pallet. You pull up next to your duals, and then push the button and the duals are now on your tractor. I would do everything with nodes and attacher nodes, because you can build different ones. The only thing that gets complicated there is everybody's going to use a different one and everybody's stuff's going to be different. But so even for adding on tires and stuff like that, you could do it through the attacher system we have now. Even because on American tractors, we don't ever, it's pretty rare to see a front three-point over here, but everybody attaches something to the frame. Either, like salvage pusher attachers attached to the frame. And we can still do that. Just have to add attacher nodes to them. Fertilizer tanks like we have. People just need to add the attacher nodes. More people need to embrace that system of doing things rather than configurable options. Configurable options are alright, but...
Could you turn those off in the options, maybe, so that if you sort of like got, I don't know, oil filters, and hydraulics, and fuel filters and stuff, you could then toggle on and off what parts were interactable.
Oh yeah, you could do something like that too, or you could have an easy and a hard mode. Easy mode, just buy
that's adding a random generator to,
Right, and the engine needs changed for that. Giants have to add the system, or Modern would have to make a script to add all of that.
I mean, unless, in Hydra's case, that never repairs his tractors. After X number of hours of never doing an oil change on it, it's going to blow the engine, type of thing, Then you're going to have a major malfunction and costly repair. But if you do regular maintenance of oil changes and such like that, you're not going to have, catastrophic failure of your equipment type of thing. Just having a random generator, doing basic maintenance issues type of thing on a given tractor or a piece of equipment.
It's definitely an area I think Giants could do some improvement in, and would add to the simulator bit.
But that would be something you'd only have in hard mode, because I think people would quit playing if it was in the easy or even medium.
Right. And I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen anything like that, because they introduced that oil company, as like a partner, but there's no use for it.
Yeah, I suppose you could add it to the economy. Something like that.
Oh, Dwayne got mad at us.
No, he did get mad. I just got to get some dinner going.
Maybe it's that time.
Yeah, not quite, but
Oh, that one's good.
I got some vegetables to cut up that's going on the barbecue to go along with the steaks. So
I didn't realize what time it was.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. Exterior lights and, you know, not working and
At Simply, we choose to do things the simple way.
I think flat tires is a big one too.
You see,
Flat,
we
ti-
believe
and
that sometimes things
flat
can be
tires and
unnecessarily
dead batteries because everybody leaves their lights on.
But choosing simple.
I leave the engine running, so it's alright.
I think yeah, we're aware.
With real fruit ingredients. Simply beverages. Say yes to simple. Click or tap now to buy.
I would like to see more added to that system, but they just need to make it so people can turn it on and off. Because I know there's people that aren't going to like it.
calibration system took a turn for the worse. Critical failure.
Or even an option for, you know, auto repair, so it keeps it up for you. A little money comes out, maybe something like that.
Built for business.
Yeah, because you wouldn't want it to become car mechanic simulator or something like that.
Xavier, welcome in.
Just something
How
a
you
bit more interactive, or you know, even something as simple as, you know, you put your tractor in for repairs and it's going to take it and it's going to be a set amount of time. You know, it's like
Well, and it would be something else to kind of do in the winter, or you know, the tractor goes away for the winter, you get it back in the spring. Some guys do that too.
yeah, because I know with the electric forklifts and stuff, when you want to charge them, you get a timer. So, could they do something like that with the repair instead of
I usually read the chat.
the repair trigger? Got a timer on it. Depending on the
All right,
machine,
Chris, catch you later, buddy.
and the cost
Thanks for
of the
dropping in.
repair.
See you tonight, maybe.
Depends on the time it sits. So if you've got a cheap tractor, it's not going to be sitting there for too long. But if you've got like, you know, like a 9RX or something that's completely damaged, you're going to be looking at a few game time hours.
Especially with all those newer tractors like the 9RX, it's 80% electronics. Fly-by-wire.
And you're only sitting with a timer then, and you just make that optional in the settings, so you can turn on. And that would be probably the simplest way to do it.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna call it there since I just wrapped up the contracts, and it is lunchtime. Appreciate everybody stopping out today. Thank you, Dwayne, Fezzik, Hydra, for being here. Everybody that hung out in chat, thanks for joining in. We should be back later tonight for ATS. At least I think I'm gonna drive in it anyway. Gotta see which football games are on. I may not be there. May take a week off, but plan on being there. So until then, catch you guys later. Try and keep it shiny side up. Thanks, and have a good one.
Well, guys.
No worries, buddy.